Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to give you an update on things that we've been changing and working on in the office. It's not gone as smoothly as I'd have liked, and we've run into quite a few issues which have ended up costing quite a lot more money than we had initially planned. Hence why the content's pretty much stopped at the minute, because the sim rig behind me is currently out of action, has no PC hooked up to it. Hopefully we should have that sort of resolved in the next month or so, and then we can get back to hopefully making some more sim racing content, which is the main focus of this channel. As much as I love tech unboxings and just all other games really, sim racing is the main focus for what we want to be doing. So just grab the GoPro, I'll show you around, show you what we've changed, and obviously explain the issues that we've run into, and hopefully that will help you avoid running into any issues yourself in the future. So the first thing you'll notice is we have now got rid of the Samsung G9 monitor that we were previously using and swapped it out for quad Samsung G5s. This has been an absolutely fantastic upgrade. Despite the fact we've actually only managed to use the sim once, the immersion of being sat in between these screens is just phenomenal. And then obviously having the fourth monitor up top there for, say, statistics or track layouts, things like that, it's a little bit overkill. I personally probably wouldn't really recommend it for that time that we did use it. It's just a distraction, but it's something that's cool to have. Eventually when we look at live streams, etc., that will probably come in clutch for that. So that's the main change there for the sim rig. And then we have added the TechRacer PC shelf because of the issues we ran into from running the sim from our main PC over there. I'm just going to give a quick tour around the room as well for the other things that we've changed. So we got rid of the large wardrobe that was here and have swapped it out for some IKEA units. So we've got a cabinet there for some storage, some drawers there which are all full of sort of various cables, etc. And then we've got one of the pegboards there, which is such a subtle thing. Got all the GoPro parts on, so they're sort of grab and go and they're ready to use whenever we need them. I'm going to do a full room tour when this is finished, because obviously at the minute this is still a work in progress. The main desk has obviously been extended all the way along the room where the sim rig used to be here. So we've got a new worktop come all the way across, and then we've still got the backboard there as well, which breaks up the PC setup from the other parts nicely. Eventually I think I'm going to bring it down as an L shape, but I'm not 100% set on it. I don't want to completely swallow up the room, but in the same respect, this does feel a little bit like a dead space that we've got here. I don't really know what else to put there, so I'm going to get the rest of the room finished and then kind of go from there and see what's what. So what we have sort of scattered around the room here is our new PC build, which is for the sim rig. So this is going to power the rig independently, separate from our main setup. Initially we had run cables from this all the way down through that trunking and then back out there and then up to the screens and the peripherals. We ran into a few issues with the DisplayPort switches that we were using, where when you would switch from, say, the desk to the sim rig, the DisplayPort switch would just crash, and it was actually causing the PC to crash as well. So I wasn't most impressed with them. Rather than deal with the issue, try work it out, I just thought, for the sake of what we've already spent in this room, let's just do it properly. Let's have two PCs. That way, if anyone comes round, you can have this one running and the sim at the same time. Just adds that flexibility, but at quite a substantial cost. So for the PC rig, we've gone with the Johnsbow D41 case. Really excited to build in this. Seen a few videos on it. Pretty basic case, very cheap in fact. But it looks really good, and with it being a fairly small form factor case, it should hopefully fit nicely on this shelf, which I will find out very shortly once I've edited this video. For the parts, we've gone with a sort of mid to high tier build. So we've got the 5800X3D, we've got the ROG Strix B550 Wi-Fi, we've got the Kraken cooler, admittedly not the Elite, but I didn't really feel the need with the PC being up on the shelf. You're not going to see it anyway. We've got 1000 watts Corsair power supply, some Lian Li uni fans which will match the ones in our main build. We've got 2TB M2 SSD. We've got 32 gigs of the Corsair Vengeance. the cable mod kit, obviously for your sleeve cables, and then just as a backup we picked up a PCIe 5 cable just in case. I don't like those nasty adapters, they look horrible, so we'll probably end up using that. The keen-eyed among you would have already noticed we haven't got a GPU yet, which is the delay in everything here. Most of this stuff arrived a couple of days ago, but I just haven't got around to ordering us a new GPU. I think I'm going to go with the 4070 Ti, but I'm not 100% set on it. Looked up a few sort of articles and did a bit of research. I believe a 4070 Ti will power these screens, but it's that question of, do you push the budget that little bit more and go for a 4080 as what we've already got in the main PC, which did manage to run these perfectly fine for that test sort of session that we did set up. So that's really why we're delayed and quite slow with the content. Obviously, I'm still really new to this. It's a big learning curve. I appreciate you're supposed to push out daily videos or weekly videos at worst. So obviously it's going to affect the channel growth, but that's not why I do it. I do it because it's my hobby. I enjoy it. I want to show everyone what issues we come into and see if maybe our learning experiences can help somebody else. So like I say, we'll do a full sort of room tour when this is finished. Obviously all these boxes will be out of the way eventually. The idea is to get a 3D printer for there so we can print things for the office, or say for my work van, or just general things that you might want to 3D print. It's something I've always fancied having, so the idea is to get a 3D printer there, probably another pegboard, sort of like a nice craft mat so you can work on any of the prints there, and then like I say, just see if we end up extending the desk, and then we'll not be far off finished for the room. So hopefully it won't be too long until we can post a updated video and sort of give a full room tour. I'll probably get one of my friends who are into videography to come round and do a full sort of cinematic shot of the room, and maybe some small, I don't know, like pre-reels, etc., so I can make the video a bit more interesting than me just waving my GoPro around. So that's kind of where we're at the minute with the office. So hopefully you guys enjoy the update and are happy with what we've done so far. Maybe you've got any feedback or anything you'd like to sort of suggest. Maybe you've got a better idea for this section. Or maybe you'd suggest doing something different with this than a 3D printer, or maybe we need to change this, I don't know. Let us know in the comments if there's anything you'd like to see or any suggestions you may have, and we'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much.